My name is Akot Sani from South Sudan, and my dream is to play professional football anywhere in the world. I left home with empty hands and a bag full of dreams and ambitions to become a professional footballer. Is it going to be easy? Of course not, but it is definitely worth it in the end. I have chosen to put my life into this, and there is no going back till I achieve my dream, because dreams are meant to be lived. Where there's a will, there is always a way. Welcome to my journey. This is the road to pro contract. Okay, guys, so I can officially say I'm now the player for Club Atletico Marcelo Cavaleiros. I've signed and sealed and everything is done. And looking forward to making my debut on Sunday. So before we go into anything, guys, please go give a follow and like to the club's Instagram page and their Facebook page. They always share the links to the game on their Instagram page before the matches are live, and you can watch our games on real time as they are happening. The live stream is free. You don't have to pay anything, and yeah, that's the good part of it. So it would be like a big plus if my fan base follows the club's social media and grow them. That's one of the benefits that a club would get signing a foreigner or something like this. But yeah, anyways, if you guys remember from the last video, I said it was looking likely that I was going to be a free agent, because given the circumstances that we're in, it was looking very unlikely that this deal was going to happen, because first of all, we're running out of time. We had to submit the documents 2 days before the end of the transfer window, and yeah, those days all were almost coming closer and closer, and nothing was happening. So eventually, on around 30th or so, because the transfer window closed on 31st, the president hit me up in the morning and he's like, "Sonny, unfortunately it's game over, there's nothing we can do right now." And yeah, so from there I accepted the fate. I was like, okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to sign. I'm going to be a free agent. And I said thank you for trying your best to have me, because he really was trying so hard to make sure that I get sorted. And I accepted that. So I was just living, and I was not thinking of going to start life back in Lisbon, or I didn't even know where I was going to go. And then I was just packing my bags in the morning, packing my bags, and then I see a text message from the president again, and I looked at my phone, and I was like, okay, let me see what he has to say now. Looked at the phone. In my head, I'm like, oh, he's trying to be like, yeah, start living or figure out how to go about, what you're gonna do with your life, and if you leave this place, because I had to leave the premises anyway. And then I was like, okay, this is now where it's going to be. Looked at the phone and he says, hey, I got you an interview. That means he got me a job so I could stay around. And I get the phone and I'm like, okay. I'm like, yo, I thought you're supposed to be excited that you got something, at least, like you're not, you have somewhere to start. I told him, yo, my man, took a picture of my bag. I was like, as you can see, I'm packing. My mind is already out of here, like I'm not here. He's like, who the hell told you to pack? Like, I did tell you to pack. Don't touch anything until I tell you to do so. And I'm thinking, this guy doesn't want me to go. Like, I can't wait for him to start to throw me out. Like, I gotta be on the move, you know, born ready. I gotta be ready so that anytime they say ding, I'm catching the next available bus, go back home to Lisbon, and yeah. So he said, don't touch anything. You still don't know me yet. So I'm like, this guy. I'm familiar with your games. But anyway, I hanged around and I just kept training as normal, like as everybody else. I go train, come back, pick my lunch from the restaurant, and just keep doing my things. I was doing extras. And one day we were going for an away game. The last game on this Sunday. We were going for the game on Sunday, and I was supposed to travel with the team anyway, just to go and watch. But I arrived at the game, like the bus left me, I was late. It's not my fault, I'm an African child. We Africans have our own timing. So anyway, I found the vice president at the bar, and he was the only person present at the stadium. The bus had left already. So I was in the bus with him, I was in the car with the vice president, and he was driving me. He was dropping me off home actually. And then he said something. I was like, so does this mean I'm not going to sign this season? He's like, well, we're trying to see how it's going to go, but I think there is still a possibility. So guys, the first time I knew that I was going to sign, it was rumors to me, it was leaked to me by the vice president. The president didn't want me to know that he was doing something behind the scene. He was doing so much behind the scenes for me to sign. So it got leaked to me, and I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, this is now like 30th or 31st. And I'm like, okay, that means there's 1% chance. And I said, okay. Those guys finished the game. They came back to the stadium, and I went to the stadium. As we always do, we always have, after the game, we go for barbecue, and we just chill in the bar, and you know, just vibes. And after the game, the president dropped me back home. I asked him, I was like, yo, the vice president whispered something to me. It's like there's a chance. And my man just casually said, oh, yeah, let's see what the federation says, but we have completed everything. I'm like, you're talking casually like this, and you know how my mind has been messed up? Like, I know I cannot sign, and you just saying casually, oh, I have submitted in everything. And actually what was funny was the day before, like, he brought some papers to me to sign. And I was like, and when he brought the papers, I was like, let's see what happens. And I'm just like, okay. And after, and the day before, he had just sent me a message that it's game over. Anyway, we came home and we just started training. I just started doing the things, everything the next day. Now it is 4th February. Calls me, like, Sonny, are you in the house? I'm like, yeah. I said, come to the office. I said, okay. Said, I need these documents. Do you have them? I'm like, don't raise my hopes. It's like, okay. I go to my bag. I got all the documents that the federation had requested. So the federation actually has responded, and they needed some of my documents. First of all, they needed my entry ticket to Portugal, my criminal record, and yeah. And I was like, okay. I have all these anyway, because I was ready, as I said, born ready athlete. Sunny. So I get my things and I went to the office. We put them, send everything, and then we waiting. 2 hours go by, he's working in the office, and I'm just sitting next to him, just vibing, you know, just talking. And he said, okay, Sunny, it's time for lunch? Yeah, let's go for lunch. I said, okay, no problem. No, he said, let's go for coffee. It's past lunchtime anyway. He said, let's go for coffee. I'm like, okay. Got up. As we were going out, climbing down the stairs, he says, "Fuck! Wait a minute, Sonny. I thought maybe he forgot his car key in the office or something." He's like, "Got an email." I said, "What's this?" Went back, so I followed him. Went to the office. Ding! The federation had approved my request. This is on the 4th, guys. Remember, the window transfer window ends in January 1st. Now it's 4th, and they just approved my thing. He looked at me like, "Congratulations, my man." I almost broke him on the chair. I almost broke him on the chair in the office. Like, I jumped him, I hugged him. I was just so happy, so happy, and I was emotional. I was crying, and I was like, "Man, you played with my emotions." Like, he played with my emotions, but in a good way. It's like, yeah, I did not want to tell you that we had a chance because I didn't want to raise your expectations and then nothing happens. So I just wanted to have you keep your expectations as minimum as possible. And I'm like, "You're the top G." So we came out. I was hugging everybody on the street, everybody, the motorists, anybody I found on the street. I'm happy because, guys, think of it. I left my former club and I was coming this side thinking that it was going to work out. And now, if it doesn't work out here, I cannot go back to my former club. That means I was going to lose another year again. So it wasn't really going to be that bad. But the whole process, the club finished it, and I was just more than happy that it happened. So he told me, "This is your chance now, go do your things, and I'm rooting for you." And guys, I've never found anybody that as generous as this guy, like the president. He doesn't do things because he wants to be seen. He does them because I thought of it this. I was like, first of all, I'm not even the best player in the team. Like, I'm not like too special like that, but he's doing all this. Then I realized it is his personality. It's not because I am anything special. It's not because he's going to use me, but it's just his personality. And he probably has also seen some that, okay, if I put my hands on this kid, who knows where he might end up in his career, and I might just be one of his stepping steps to go to wherever he is. And I've never been more excited about that. The whole night, guys, I did sleep. Never slept the whole night. Then the next day, yeah, it was like, okay, now go do your things. So it's been this, and yeah, when you guys, if you guys see, if what you guys can see from this, it's when things happen when you least expect them. You know, when your hopes are dead, that's when things happen. So when you're about to throw in the towel, because on that day I was ready to just go back to Lisbon. If you hadn't told me, I was already going to be booking the ticket, because I was like, I didn't want to waste more time here. It's not useful. But he came through and he saved me. So yeah, that's the little story behind this signing. Very soon, if you guys want, I can give you a tour around the stadium. Now I'm going to do that. And the match day vlog is coming up very soon, which is Sunday, and I'm sure to be playing. No, not too sure. I'm not too sure, but I think I will be playing. I'll be my debut on Sunday, of course. And I'm going to give you guys the match day vlog. And yeah. So once again, go follow the club's Instagram and Facebook page. It's Club Atletico Macedo Cabaleiro. Go follow it, and let's get the numbers up. Let the club know that we came as AS22, Sunny and his YouTube game. Then we all here, and the same way you guys support me here, you guys can go do the same to the club page as well. And trust me, you don't lose it. It doesn't cost you a thing. And at the moment, we are still in the semi-finals of the cup, which if we win, we can play the Portuguese cup, where we can meet Benfica, Sporting, Porto, and I can face Pepe. Me versus Pepe. Think about it, guys. Me versus Pepe. Pepe. I'm not Neymar. I'm Sunny. I'll mix you. But yeah, guys, that's the video, and see you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's me, your boy Sunny. So, see you then.
Go!
Força Rapazes! Força Rapazes! Força Macedo!
Quando? Go!
Rafiz! Forza Rafiz! Rafiz! Forza Rafiz!